There's something people have quietly figured out about you, and once it click, they couldn't unsee it. So we're gonna dive deep into what have people figured out about you. So this is going to be a collective rating, so there are no piles. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So what have people figured out about you? What have people figured out about you? These are people that underestimated your abilities, your competency, your ability to generate ideas. What have people figured out about you? What have people? We have the Page of Pentacles. So people have figured out that you are a natural scholar. You are someone who's always improving your skill sets, your craft. Even if you are a master or excellent at something, you don't have a problem learning from, like, implementing new ideas, new way of doing things. You're not really rigid in your thinking. You're not really rigid in your approach. You're open to constructive criticism. You're open to improvements within like anything of like regarding like your framework or just the things that you do, especially in the workplace with the Page of Pentacles. You're really open. What have people figured out about you? What have people figured out about? We have the Empress. You could be a Taurus or a Libra. People have figured out that you are someone who's extremely abundant, and it's just your energy, your abundance flow through you. You're not someone who chases. You're the type of person who attracts things to you. People figure that out. Some people may have thought it was luck or you were doing something, but they realized that they figured out that you are someone who creates luxurious experiences in your life, and you have high standard. It's like you abide by those standards too. So you're not the type of person that's going to say, oh, I want someone that behaves in that certain type of way, but you behave the opposite way. Like, you stay true to yourself and your values and your goals. Okay, so what have people figured out about you? We have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, like, your values are intact with the Ten of Cups. People have figured out that you are someone who's genuinely happy in your life. You're not pretending, you're not putting on a front. So that life of luxury, that life of abundance that maybe you may um not broadcast, but maybe display online, or maybe you're the type of person that, like, you talk about your life or like your lifestyle. There's something about your lifestyle that is authentic, that is genuine, and people have figured that out about you, that like the way that you show up in the world is how you are behind closed doors. What have people figured out about you? We have the Five of Cups. I feel like there is an energy of disappointment, because there could have been, like I said, people that may have underestimated you, and they figured out that, like, you may have experienced a lot of disappointment in your life, a lot of people doubting your abilities, a lot of people doubting your skills, and people have figured out that you are the type of individual that could sit with this disappointment, that you will not outsource your pain, or you will not engage in certain activities or behavior that go against your values. Even if you are sad, even if you are angry, you don't lower your standards for anyone just because of a bad experience. What have people figured out about you? We have the Ten of Wands, that you are someone who has the ability to shoulder great responsibilities with the Ten of Wands. Okay, people figured out that you are the type of individual that could handle complex situations without crumbling, without falling, without fumbling the bag. That's what people have figured out about you. Like the reason why you are in your Empress energy is because you went through the fire. You went through it. Okay, you're forged in the fire. You're not someone who is fragile, who could be easily bent, easily broken by life circumstances. You have strength of character, and that's what people figured out about you. Like your life wasn't as easy as you make it seem. Like you make your life, or like the things that you do, easy, but it's not. With the 10 of wands, it's heavy. Just like, let's say for instance, you're someone who maintains your body, you maintain your beauty, you maintain your lifestyle, you're the one who do it all on your own with the Empress. And I feel like a lot of you, it's like that. It's not easy. You just make it look easy because you have learned to carry it with grace. Okay, what have people figured out about you? Ooh, that you are a lot smarter than they give you credit for, that you are always 10 step ahead of them, that you're very militant. Okay, with the 7 of swords, you have the mind of a strategist here with the 7 of swords. Like I said, you're always 10 step ahead of people, and that's what people figure out about you. Like the moment that they think that they got you on lockdown, or they know what your next move's gonna be, they figured out that you were already 10 step ahead of them. Like what they figured out about you now, or what they think they figured out about you, is who you were like back then. Like, okay, like you already moved on to the next level with the 7 of swords. What have people figured out about you? What people have figured out, we have the 7 of pentacles. People figured out that you are someone who has invested a lot in your growth. Okay, like I said, it took you a long time to get there, but you are also building a solid foundation for yourself with the 7 of pentacles, because 7 of pentacles can represent harvesting energy. You're going to reap your harvest. Okay, so people have figured out that you are someone who has a lot more to offer than you let on. So you may not really showcase all your capabilities, but people figured out that there's more to you than meets the eyes. It's giving me like high priestess energy. So what have people, we have the Ace of Cups. What people figure out about you is that your self-love, your standards are really high, and your standards are authentic. Okay, so with the Ace of Cups, you're not the type of individual, like I said earlier, that's going to let people's behavior affect your self-esteem. You really love yourself. You're like, when you're done with someone, you're actually done. You're not playing. There's no back and forth with you. What have people figured out about you? We have the Star. What? You're original, you're authentic, you're unique. That's why people can't put you in a box, because you're the Star. You have this uniqueness, innovative way about you. You're futuristic. You could be an Aquarius here, don't have to be, but you're just different. You're just like someone who operates on a different wavelength than most people. And that's what people figured out about you. Like you're ahead of your time. And 7 of swords is Aquarius energy. So like you're definitely ahead of your time, and people, they still can't figure you out. Okay, they still can't figure out like your next move. Okay, that's what people have, like that's what they figure out about you. Like you're always 10 step ahead. It's like the moment that they think that they got you all figured out, you're always moving on to something else. That's what they figure out about you. It's like they're like, yo, every time I think I know this person, they surprise me, they amaze me, they challenge me, they inspire me. That's what people figure out about you. You are inspirational with the Star. Okay, you are ahead of your time. What have people figured out about you? We have the Magician, that you're very skilled and talented. You have a lot more talent and skill sets and capabilities that, yeah, I feel like that you let on. Like people may have underestimated you throughout your whole life, because you're not the type that is like, you're not the bragging type. You know how there's like some people that are always boastful, they're always running their mouth? Not you. You're not like that. You're more of the quiet type, more observant type. And that's why people underestimate you, because they think that you don't really have much to offer until you decide to showcase your talent, until you decide to, you know, like show the world what you're capable of doing. And then people are amazed by your capabilities. They're amazed by your growth. This is what I'm getting here. What have people figured out about you? Just one card, please, Barry. What have people figured out about you? Wow, we have the Death card, that you're resilient, that you're powerful. You're like a phoenix, okay? You rise from the ashes. Yeah, like people figured out that you are extremely resilient, that you're unbreakable. And that's what people figure out, especially people that may have tried to break your spirit. And they may have thought that their words and action was going to make you stumble and fall, or make you retreat or shrink to fit in the box that they have for you. And you're like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet. I am my own person. You're not going to tell me who I am and what I can do. Okay. People figure out that you are a sovereign individual. What have people figured out about you? Yeah, the Ace of Swords. This is the truth. They figured out that you are someone who is a very clear headed. With the Ace of Swords, you see the truth, okay? You see things for what they are. You're also a great communicator. You are a lot more aware than people give you credit for. Like you see things, you have great pattern recognition abilities with the Ace of Swords, and that's what people figure out about you. And also people figured out that with the Ace of Swords that you were clocking them the whole time. Like you saw them for who they were the whole time, and they may have thought that they were pulling the wool over your eyes, but they're realizing that no, you were always 10 steps ahead. What have people figured out about you? What have people figured out about you? We have the night. Yeah, you're mentally agile. You're quick on your feet. You're extremely sharp, okay? Like you're definitely ahead of your time. What have people figured out about you? Just one card for spirit. We have the 7 of Cups. There's many layers to you. There's a lot of ambiguity when it comes to you. That's what people figure it out. Like, because they can't put you in a box, they know that they're going to have to accept the reality that you're unique. And that's the thing. They don't want to say that you're unique. They want to be able to categorize you, but they can't. That's what people figure out about you. You can be categorized into a specific box or a specific, quadrant. No, you are set apart. That's what people figure out about you. You are set apart. You are unique. You are your own individual person. No one is like you. You set the tone. You are the standard. What have people figured out about you? What have people figured out about you? Wow, 5 of Wands. Challenge. Ooh, you're not afraid of competition. You're not afraid of, like, putting yourself out there, fighting for what you believe. That's what I'm getting here with the 5 of Wands. But they figured out that you were the competition the whole time. Like you were the person that they should have watched out for. Like, like maybe like in a group of people when you were younger, the people that you grew up with, maybe they dismissed you or overlooked you. Maybe they thought like, yeah, like they may have like projected their own limitations onto you, and they figured out that you were the competition the whole time with the 5 of Wands. That's what people figured out about you. You were the competition. You were the person that they should have watched out for, because you are the one soaring to a new height that these people cannot attain. What have people figured out about you? What have people figured out about you? We have the Moon card, Pisces energy. Yeah, like with the Moon card, what people figure out about you, that there is more to you than meets the eye. Some of you could be Pisces, Aquarius, Cuspers, but there's more to you than meets the eyes. You're a lot more intuitive. You're a lot more receptive. You're a lot more creative, okay, than people give you credit for. What have people figured out about you? What have people figured out about you? Just one card for spirit. What have people? Ooh, we have the Tower. Unpredictable. What? Yeah, like they can't put you in a box. They can't categorize you into a specific box. They can't do that. You're too unique. You're too, like, because this is like Mars energy, okay? I'm getting like wild, not in a bad way, but it's like you're more like a wild card. They don't know what they're going to get with you with the Tower. That's what people figured out about you. Like, don't underestimate you. Like, you shouldn't be underestimated, because you will surprise people like a dark horse. That's what I'm getting here. They shouldn't underestimate you. That's what people figured out about you. Like, you have more to offer than people give you credit for. You might be a late bloomer. People underestimate late bloomers because they don't bloom at the time that society says they should bloom, like blooming at 20. And there's nothing wrong with blooming at 20. I'm not saying that there's something wrong with that, but society tend to like dismiss the people that don't bloom around their 20s or their 30s. Some people, they bloom at 50, 40, 60. Like that's when they reach their highest potential. And you might be one of those people, okay? Or maybe like later than what your culture expected. So you know how some, especially if you're a woman here, after 25, you know what they say. I don't need to repeat it, but you know, if and I think it's like across multiple cultures, because in the Caribbean it's the same thing, in South America it's the same thing. It may not be 25, but it's like in their 20s, and they like the expectation on women is harsher than it is on men for certain um like milestones. Okay, so with the tower, I feel like you are exceeding people's expectation, and that's why they feel like you're someone that they shouldn't underestimate. What have people figured out about you? What have people figured out about you? We have the Six of Pentacles. That you are someone who's extremely resourceful, very generous, extremely giving, and there's no strings attached. You are someone with a good spirit, a good heart. Like you don't have ulterior motives when you give. What have people figured out about you? Ooh, we have the Sun. Okay, what? We have like almost all the fixed signs. You might be a fixed sign. You stay the course. You're steady. But with the Sun card, people, what they figured out is that your confidence comes from within. It's not outsourced. It's within. So it can't be duplicated. It can't be stolen. It can't be taken from you because it's within. It's authentic. You're not pretending to be confident. You are confident. What have people figured out about you? We have the Ten of Cups again. Emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. You are someone who's emotionally fulfilled. You're following your own inner bliss. That's what people figured out about you. That's what they figured out. That you're happy, you're content, and the life path that you chose for yourself is an abundant one. What have people figured out about? Ooh, we have the King of Wands, that you're confident. Oh, your confidence is not arrogance. Some of them may have thought you were arrogant or you were cocky, but no, you're confident in your abilities and you're putting your best foot forward to showcase your talents and your capability. You are someone who's extremely capable. You're not a front. You're not fronting. You're not pretending to be something you're not just to get clout. No, you really are who you say you are. And that's what people figure out about you. You are the real deal. What have people figured out about you? We have the Three of Swords. Ooh, you have high standards here. Some people got rejected with the Three of Swords. Woo! But they were not expecting you to cut them off or to tell them off or to establish strong boundaries with them. What have people figured out about you? We have the Page of Cups. Ooh, they figure out that you're someone who's very sensitive. Yeah, like maybe somebody may have like thought that you were going to allow them to disrespect you without consequences. Like they could say whatever they want and then they'll still have access to your life. And you're like, no, that's not how it's gonna work. You're gonna have to be respectful. You're gonna have to come with respect. They can't do that. Like now they know. They underestimated you, like I said. What have people figured out about you? Just one more card, please, Spirit. What have people figured out about you? We have, ooh, you could definitely be a fixed sign. We have the Hierophant. We have all the fixed signs here. You could definitely have like in your top three, like fixed signs in your top three, or maybe like fix energy heavily in your chart, regardless of the sign. You may be like very like set in your ways, but like your ways are not bad though, but you're someone who's not easily swayed or manipulated. That's what people figured out about you. You are someone who's standing your own, like you have your own standards that you abide by with the Hierophant. Okay, and your standards are high. You are definitely a guru. People look up to you. You're extremely influential. You are the type of person that has influence without a title. So you're not somebody who's like you could be a leader, but some people are leaders without the influence, and some people are influential without the leadership title. I feel like you are, even if you are a leader, like within your organization or your community, your influence goes beyond your title. It's just like something about you people just gravitate towards. Especially we have the Star, we have the Sun, like your influence, and it's solid. It's not something that could be easily shaken or taken from you, because your influence comes from who you are as a person and not your title. So whether you have the title of a leader or not, your influence is authentic, is something that can be bought. Okay, and that's what people figured out about you. Maybe they try to figure out, like, why do people love you so much, and they're realizing that it's not your title. It's not, you didn't force people to love you by force. Like, you didn't do that. You were just yourself, and people just gravitate towards you, and that's how you got your power, through your authenticity. Okay, so that's all I have for the collective. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.